Bavaria. A beautiful little state located in a fictive country of Deutschland, very well known for its Leberwurst, Schnitzel, and of course, people with horrible fashion sense. There truly are a large variety of reasons to visit Bavaria, more specifically its capital city, Munich. However, my friends and I decided to visit it for one very specific reason: the local Oktoberfest. For the uninitiated, the Oktoberfest is a festivity in which people, more specifically alcoholics, really like to get drunk, and nobody complains if they touch your ass. While it does take place every September, neither my friends or I have ever actually been there, so this was kind of a new experience for us. But we had a plan. We would be spending 3 days there, drinking at the evening and doing whatever in the morning, and then on day 2 we would finally go ahead and visit the actual Oktoberfest. None of us had any idea what was in store for us, but this is my review of the entire state of Bavaria and also the Oktoberfest. I have never done something like this before and I never will again, but some guy asked me in the comments to do this one time, so if this ended up being terrible, blame them. Day 1 was relatively simple. We got off our train and started exploring the city a little. We ended up visiting many great sites, such as this building, this gazebo, and this fish inside the gazebo. One dog chase later, and we decided to make our way to a local cafe, but not before stopping at a church, which was frankly more like a tiny museum for Christians. Shockingly enough, the local sweets were actually pretty damn good, even if the coffee left a little to be desired. But we made it out just in time back to the plaza to see the funny tower people dancing in a circle. Was it worth it? No, but apparently a lot of Asian tourists found it incredibly fascinating and started moaning like crazy. While there, we heard about this thing called Munich Rocks, which was a little concert where up-and-coming indie Munich bands would perform. We thought it was interesting, so we visited it. It was okay at first, but the songs gradually got worse as they went on, so we decided to leave and go to a local, classic Bavarian bar instead. It was, interesting. Since we had to kill some time before the Oktoberfest on the second day, we decided to visit Nymphenburg Palace. It was honestly quite impressive, though I must say I thought the lack of random encounters and boss fights to be a bit disorienting. I don't know, when I see a room like this I instinctively think this is where the fucking Pope is gonna try and kill me. But the evening came and we finally visited the Oktoberfest, the main event of our trip. At the entrance we found a white man who was rapping and trying his best to be a disappointment to his parents. Further inside we realized, well, this isn't anything that special, it's just a fair, really big fair. But it did also have a gigantic beer spinning in the middle of the place. It was very interesting to see all of these curious looking rides, and I will say we did have a bit of fun. We ended up going inside of a bar and there people started singing Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, and it was quite an event because frankly I wish I could have closed my ears. Further inside we found some bumper carts, an idea that Yakuza -1 would shamelessly steal 20 years later. I'll be honest, we had way more fun with this than men our age should have, but it is what it is. We went out to eat some. I only got this picture of what I got and frankly it tasted about as good as it looks, take that as you will. But thus our day came to an end, and we got ready for our last day in Munich. Day 3 was by far the most uneventful of the days we spent there. During the day we went and visited the German National Museum, which was quite nice, I will admit, though I could have done without the giant body parts. There was also a wall with a lot of comics back in the library section, and of course there was manga there, because Japan just can't leave me alone. Like I said, it was quite nice and I do recommend visiting it if you ever come to Germany. But the more interesting part was what we did afterward. In the evening, my friends and I visited a Japanese karaoke bar. We drank some Japanese beer and started singing Baka Mitai and Frank Sinatra songs, because of course we did. Then a man in a Bavarian dress entered and frankly it was hysterical. God bless that man, he is living his best life. So after a drink we ended the night and on the next day we were back off to our homes. It was quite enjoyable, I will say.
That's why my final rating for
Oktoberfest
is a broken marriage out of 10.